Hey guys, Foxdrop here with another Why Not Jungle video. This video series explores the often meta junglers or those that are less popular and just talks a little bit about them. This episode is on Riven, one of the more popular mid and top laners, infamous for dominating lane opponents and taking down whole teams by herself. And for details on how you can influence which champion I feature next, stay tuned to the end of the video. And I'm pleased to say I can give you guys another Phoenix gaming keyboard, so stay towards the end for details on how you can win. So why not play jungle Riven? Well, let's start with listing some of the benefits for playing her. Firstly, Riven is a resources champion, which means that she can spam her abilities to clear the jungle and to gank, and she's only limited by her cooldowns. Secondly, all of her damaging abilities are AoE, which means that she gets extra benefit from that Spirit of the Elder Lizard regen, and also she's not playing whack-a-mole trying to finish off mini minions while she's clearing those camps. And lastly, her kit is pretty decent for ganking. It has a fair amount of CC and also a fair amount of mobility too. However, what are three negatives for playing as jungle Riven? She has no sustain outside of the shield granted by her E, so she can often fall low on health when she's clearing that jungle, especially early on. Her shield is also not very effective for using within that jungle because the shield doesn't last long enough to block all of the shield's health. It only lasts for one auto attack from those jungle minions. And lastly, Riven has no real ganking power spike once she hits level 6, unlike some other junglers, for example Wukong, Pantheon or Vi. She gets increased damage, but nothing that makes her really scary or threatening. So what are my overall thoughts of playing Riven in the jungle? Well, I think first and foremost, she is predominantly underrated as a jungler. Unlike most unconventional junglers, she doesn't really struggle with clear speeds and she doesn't fall victim too easily to other powerful early game junglers. Her ganks can be hit and miss as she has to manually approach targets to beat down on them, although like I mentioned before, she does have decent mobility and nice CC to aid with her ganking. On the whole, her ganking is simple yet effective, but there is no real potential for anything majorly creative. Her transitioning into mid and late game is very good for a jungler, and so long as she doesn't become immensely underfarmed or behind, she can always be a threat with a high potential to carry games if she gets rolling. She doesn't really make for a great teamfight influencer by herself like someone like Wukong does, but she synergizes very nicely with those kind of champions. She also has to be wary of hard CC or particularly powerful burst, similar to just like a standard Riven has to be. Jungle Riven is fairly decent. I wouldn't say she was top tier, but definitely fine to main in my opinion in solo queue. So some tips when you're playing as Jungle Riven: make sure to make use of your passive when you are clearing, and also take advantage of the fact that Riven can wall jump with her third Q, which is particularly good especially if you are counter jungling the blue buff. For those of you who want more information on how I play Jungle Riven, then I'm going to leave this graphic up on the screen which shows all of the details on the way that I like to personally play her. And while that graphic is up, I want to take the time to tell you how you can influence which champion I am featuring in my next Why Not Jungle video. All you have to do that is to follow me on Twitter, which is at FoxdropLol, and then tweet me with the hashtag WhyNot followed by the champion that you want to see next. And finally, I'm very happy to say that I can be giving away another Phoenix Altor, which is a top-notch gaming keyboard. All you have to do to win this one is to like myself on Facebook, to like the Phoenix guys on Facebook too, and then leave a comment on a post that I have made on my Facebook page telling me why you want to win this Altor. I'll put all of those relevant links in the description, including a short summary for the giveaway itself. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to me for more educational League of Legends content with a bit of entertaining stuff on the side too. As always, you can find me on Facebook and Twitter, and go catch me streaming on Twitch too. But thanks very much for watching guys, and I will see you in my next video.